Hey guys, it's TRIZE here, formerly known as Mr. Jack and 000, back with Automation, the car company Tycoon game and the most powerful engine series. We're going to be building the most smallest but powerful Boxer 6 engine as of right now. This is the last engine in this game as I've covered all of them in this part of the series. In the future, I'm planning on building engines to get the most torque out of them, including getting some more Automation to BeamNG car builds, which I'm still working on as of making this video. So now, let's get things started with the final engine, which is the Boxer 6. So first things first, on the top left of the screen, you set the year up to the year of 2020 to get the most out of the engine, and after choosing the Boxer 6 configuration, you could choose any block material you could choose from. For the bore and stroke, you square this down to 50 millimeters to get the family capacity at 589 cubic centimeters, and we're going to be using dual overhead cam 5 valves made out of whatever head material that you could choose from. For the crank count rods and pistons, they gotta be the strongest out of all of them, so we're gonna be using a billet steel crankshaft, lightweight titanium cob rods, and lightweight forged pistons. And for the variant capacity, you set the bore down to 45 millimeters and the stroke down to 42.5 millimeters to get the true engine size to 405.6 cubic centimeters, which rounding it up would equal to 406 cc's. And for the quality slider, as you see here, you set it to a plus 15 for everything to get the most performance, reliability, and everything about this engine. For the compression, you set this to a fairly high 11.3 to 1 ratio, with the cam profile maxed out to 100 and VVT at all cams. For the turbocharger, of course, ball bearings because it's the best one out of all of them in this game. And for the intercooler, you lower this down to 247 horsepower. The compressor, lower it down to 26 millimeters. The turbine, also lower it down to a 25.5 millimeters. The air ratio almost backs it out to a 1.39, just one click down to a 1.4. And the max boost, you max this out to a 43.5 psi. For the fuel system, you should probably know by now, we're going to be using a direct injection throttle per cylinder race intake running on ultimate fuel, with the fuel mixture maxed out to a 10.0, the ignition timing set to a 75, and the RPM limit set to a screamingly high 11,000 RPM. For the exhaust and everything, of course, short cast headers thanks to it being turbocharged, but we're going to be using a single exhaust with the exhaust diameter set to 44.4 millimeters, which equals to 1.75 inches. And of course, no cats, no mufflers, bring that quality up, and we get the final horsepower rating of 175.4 horsepower at 9,900 RPM, the torque at 93.8 pounds-feet of torque at 9,800 RPM. And of course, there are no knocking, valve full, RPM torque issues whatsoever. As you can see here, there are no current warnings whatsoever. So despite revving this high, it's pretty reliable, minus the turbo lag as you see here. It's just pretty abysmal. Alright, in just a sec, I'm going to give you here what this engine sounds like. While playing around with the manual testing mode, I'll cycle through all the graphs on here, starting from the power and torque, torque and boost, torque and efficiency, and power and efficiency. After showing you all those graphs, I'll show you the engine that is currently ripped apart while doing some fake gear shifts, and watch these headers and turbos glow red, and that's going to be ending off our video right there. So now, bring back the graphs and give you here what this engine sounds like right now. doesn't sound that bad, but boy, you got a lot of turbo lag with this engine. So that'll do it with Automation, the car company Tycoon game with the small but powerful Boxer 6 engine. Just like my last build, which was the Boxer 4, you get a ton of turbo lag with this engine, including the other one. While it may be powerful for its size in terms of horsepower, it may struggle quite a bit thanks to the shoddy turbo tuning, which kicks in at around like 8,500 RPM. It's inefficient, yet powerful. And for those who are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any videos like this in the future, including my automation to BeamNG Drive videos too. So this is TRIZE rising up, and signing out.